in an effort to get him to compromise or to withdraw his amendment on Rhodesia. The Queen has opened a big hydroelectric scheme in the Scottish Highlands. And the forecast, sunny periods in all areas,
Lunch.
some showers in northern and western districts.
Come on. How are you feeling?
Awful.
You look a bit better.
Yeah.
There you go.
What's this?
Broth. It's good for you. Peggy just rang. A pipe burst last night in the village hall and the back rooms are underwater. So I'm not going to be able to move in.
Well, how long's all this going to take?
2 to 3 weeks. I'm just going to have to set up surgery here for a while.
Here?
Well, I haven't got much choice, have I?
Hi.
Hello?
I'm looking for a doctor.
I am a doctor.
Oh, I just came off my bike, down the road a piece out.
Oh, you better come in.
Thanks. Looks more like a police station from outside than a doctor's office.
It's both, actually. Sit down.
Thanks.
You're lucky nothing's broken. Your arm's going to be sore, though.
Yeah, you're telling me.
You should rest it for a while.
Yeah, Scotland can wait. And my bike's in worse shape than I am. I'll need a place to stay for a couple of days, though, while I fix her up.
You could try the local pub, the Aidensfield Arms. They let out rooms. What part of the States are you from?
Rhode Island. I kind of get the feeling you don't see many of us around here.
You could say. You can put your shirt back on. Aidensfield Police? All right, well, you could try Ashfordley Police Station. Hold on, it's for you.
Right. Push you around.
Oh, thanks. Are you the police doctor?
I'm the doctor, married to the policeman.
Oh. So I can get medical attention if I get beat up in jail, right? I'm just kidding.
Oh, someone smashed into a fence on the Ashfordley Road. There's sheep all over the place.
It's got to be the one I ran into. I hit it really hard.
Well, didn't you report it? There could be an accident.
Well, there was an accident, man, and I was it. And I just reported it, okay?
So how did you manage to smash into this fence?
There were sheep all over the road. I bet nobody reported that, right?
I better have a look.
Get someone from Ashfordley to go. You're off sick.
No, I can get there quicker than they can. Oh, I'll need a statement from you, mister.
Dameron. Charlie Dameron. It's cool, man. I'll be staying at the pub for a couple of days. Can I go now?
Yeah, I'll be in touch.
Goodbye.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
An American, eh?
You're picking up the local habits, Nick.
Come on, Claude. Alfred's a mongrel.
Ah, well, it takes one to know one, doesn't it? But you're wrong. He happens to be a pedigree lurcher.
The bike's out back, if that's okay.
That should be all right.
Yeah, I'll start work on her tomorrow. Can I pint of bitter, please?
Right.
He'll be the American, then.
Yeah, that's right. Charlie Dameron.
Oh. Claude Greengrass.
How you doing?
Oh, I'll have a large whiskey.
Little things that you do make me glad. I'm in love with little things that you say make me glad that I feel this way. The way you smile, the way you hold my hand, and when I'm down, you always understand. You know I love those little things in my ear that you say when there's no one here. Little things that you do let me know.
So you're here.
Yeah, I've just heard, Mr. Lawrence.
I was told that you work well.
Oh, just a bit of flu, that's all. You haven't wasted much time.
Well, can't afford to. All flock were out on the road. Some lunatic driving too fast, eh?
Yeah, I've just spoken to him. An American on a motorbike.
Oh, well, lucky I didn't lose any sheep. I mean, just look at this. I'm going to have to rebuild it. I mean, who's going to pay for that then? It's going to cost a heap of money.
Well, he's got his insurance, and so have you, I'm sure.
My insurance has got nothing to do with it. I didn't smash into the fence.
According to the American, those sheep were already on the road. That's why I had the accident. There could be another break in your fence.
Oh, that's typical, that is, isn't it, eh? Ruddy Yanks. They were going too fast, that's what. And what's an American doing here, anyway?
All right, let's not start making accusations. You don't want him filing a complaint about your sheep being all over the road, do you?
Hello?
Come in. That seems fine. Hello, Phil.
Sorry to bother you, Kate. I've come to see Nick. Is he upstairs?
He's had to go out.
So he's better then?
No, just obstinate.
Well, he asked me to drop these files off. I'll see him later.
All right. Phil? I'm just having the surgery here until the village hall's ready. They've had a flood. You won't mention it to Blaketon, will you?
Mention what?
Thanks, Phil.
The 45-inch, man, was amazing. I mean, Tommy Bar said you could change a wheel fast. There were adjustments for handlebars, levers, pedals. I mean, everything you could think of had a great finish. Even the noise level was low, man.
I used to ride a motorbike during the war.
Yeah, what kind?
What kind?
I'm looking for old bikes, you know.
What, do you mean you're buying them?
Yeah, they're appreciated back in the States.
Is there any money in it?
Yeah, it's okay. But it keeps me out of Nam.
Nam?
Yeah, Vietnam. I mean, if I'm over here looking for old bikes, can't be there getting shot at, right?
Draft dodger, eh?
Leave him alone, Fred. Haven't been on a bike since Liverpool.
I'll give you a ride. As soon as I fixed her up.
You're on.
Aidensfield Police. No, I'm afraid she's not at the moment. Right, hold on. What's your name, please? Sorry, can you repeat that, please?
Whoa.
It's all right, thanks. I can manage.
You sure?
I have done this before, you know.
Okay, don't get me wrong. Just thought you could use a hand.
There's an art to stacking these.
Why doesn't your uncle do this?
He's not well.
Ah, that's why you're here.
What do you mean?
You don't exactly seem like the local type.
Nor do you.
Yeah, well, I'm just passing through. What about you?
I like it here.
Yeah, it's groovy, but I mean, what do you do around here?
Depends if you like the countryside.
Oh, yeah.
And there's plenty of it to look at.
Well, right now, I've only got legs, and I'm not in the mood for a walk.
I've got transport.
Hey, Jana, this is the first time I've been in a sidecar with its own engine.
Don't knock it. At least it goes.
Yeah, well, it beats being at home.
What your mum and dad do?
Weekdays, Dad works. Sundays, he mows the lawn. Mum criticizes the way he does it.
Your mum and dad haven't got a lawn. They fight in the kitchen instead.
I mean, they wanted to spend $5,000 to get me into a PhD program to avoid the draft. And then they had a fit when I decided to leave the country instead.
Most people around here would be the same. I'll tell you that.
Well, don't you think that's kind of hypocritical?
Don't know, Charlie. If someone offered me that sort of money, I'd take it and I'd leave the country. Move your legs.
I thought you'd be the one who'd have something like.
Oh, but they haven't been ridden for years. They need a lot of work, you know. New parts and all.
Well, it don't matter about that. They're for the regimental museum, you see. So they don't have to be working. All they do is polish them up now and again.
What would they give me for them?
Oh, well, it's not really a question of money, is it? I mean, it's more like an appeal.
What's in it for you, then?
It's sentimental attachment.
Sentimental? You?
Yeah, well, you see, I thought if you let me pass them on to them, like, they might put a plaque up on the wall, donated by Claude Greengrass and Vic Kennis and all, like, as long as you don't mind the publicity.
They're in here. There you are.
Ah, heck.
Yeah, that's an AJS. And this is a Triumph. You couldn't get a better bike in them days.
Hey, this one's just like the one I used to ride during the war.
Did you?
They're great, aren't they?
You know there must have been another break in that fence, man.
Yeah, but you still crashed into it and someone has to pay for the damage.
Well, who's that going to be?
Well, your insurance or Mr. Lawrence's.
Not mine. My insurance pays, I pay. Yeah, they always get you in the end, right?
Well, we'll have to see, won't we?
Well, here?
Yeah.
Listen, Constable, I mean, there were sheep all over that road, and I didn't put them there, okay? And that farmer's lucky I'm not suing him for my injuries.
I don't think you get very far. Thanks for coming in.
That's it?
For now.
Hey, look after that cold, huh?
Yeah. Edensfield Police. No, I'm afraid she isn't here at the moment. Yeah, I can take a message. Hold on.
Oh, the invalid. Any messages?
Yeah, just the odd one.
You should be in bed.
Yeah, I've got to sort out those files that Phil brought round.
We'll leave them for now. I'll bring you up some supper later with iodine and vitamin B.
You what?
Wait and see. Go on, Nick. Back to bed. You look awful.
They're beautiful machines. They need a bit of cleaning up, like, you know. But one of them is an AJS, and the other one is a Triumph.
An AJS and a Triumph? Well, Clubman, I'll take them off your hands.
Oh, I never thought about that. You know, you sure you're interested?
You're not hustling me, are you, buddy?
Hustling? What do you mean? I mean, oh, Doctor.
Hello, Claude.
Mr. Dameron?
Charlie.
Excuse me, Vic, could I have a word?
Evening, kid. What can I get for you?
A bottle of Guinness to take home, please, George.
How's the sheriff?
Still in bed. Doctor's orders.
Same again, George, when you're ready.
Hey, well, since you're here, why don't you stay for a drink?
I better get home.
You sure?
Duty calls.
Okay, maybe next time.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Duty calls. That ring any bells, does it? Eh? I did my duty. In Korea. Sounds like you're afraid to do yours. I'm talking to you. You afraid of me too, eh?
I'm not afraid, man. I just don't believe in the war, okay? And I'm not prepared to kill anybody or fight for anything I don't believe in, all right?
That's not the point.
Oh, yes, it is, man.
There are 1 billion armed Chinese communists out there.
Yeah, and they're in China, not in Vietnam.
It's the same thing.
No, it isn't, man. Would you look at a map? China's the thing north of Vietnam.
I know that.
Oh, sorry. Didn't sound like it. Sounded like you and your buddies didn't know what you were talking about.
Leave it, Charlie.
Oh, I've heard it all before, Gina. Some guy's a lot smarter than you, pal.
Oh, dear.
You fight pretty well for a pacifist.
Never said I couldn't fight. I just don't like to.
Keep this on the eye. It'll bring down the swelling.
George, who started it?
He did. He punched Charlie first.
I was provoked. That man insulted me.
I was just shooting the breeze, man, and this guy and his buddies came out of nowhere.
You've got a nerve. Commie.
Yeah, all right, calm down.
Well, aren't you going to do anything, eh?
Well, I can book you both if you like. You can spend the night in the cell.
He's a deserter. He should be in jail.
Look, I suggest you go home, sir.
Come on.
I think you should call it a night as well.
Okay.
Guinness.
Iron, remember?
Thank you.
I think Dameron's all right. People don't like him because he's different. Anyway, he's entitled to his opinions.
I just wish he'd keep them to himself. Cheers.
I don't think he's the type.
Not what you really need when you're ill, is it? How long's he staying? Don't know. I heard he was just passing through. He's been causing a bit of trouble from what I've heard.
And what have you, adventurous?
We were just talking about a fight last night in Aidensfield, at the Arms.
Oh, aye. Reached my ears, too. An American in Aidensfield. We can expect some trouble from that.
I'm sure Nick can handle it, Sarge.
I hope so, Bellamy. No point in having his own patch if he can't handle it, is there?
No, Sarge.
Good morning. Sergeant Blayton.
Mr. Manchester, what can we do for you?
I'd like a few words, if I may. In private.
All right. Would you like to come through to my office?
What's he doing here? They're both in the Legion.
Take it you've heard about last night.
Rumours, Fred. Nothing else.
Yeah, well, I suppose I lost my temper. Anyway, reason I came to see you. How do we stand on draft dodging?
What do you mean?
Well, that Yank. He's a draft dodger. I mean, America's an ally, isn't it? Aren't we supposed to help?
Are you sure he's a draft dodger?
He doesn't want to fight.
He could be a tourist.
But what if he is a draft dodger? What are you going to do about it?
Well, it's possible we might not want to do anything about it.
I don't believe that, Oscar. Not from you. It's not the kind of talk we like to hear down at the Legion, is it?
Yeah, don't want to bother about them, Charlie. I've had no but trouble with the cops around here for years.
Yeah, they're all the same, Clyde.
You don't have to tell me.
Yeah.
Is it right, though, about you being a deserter?
Is that what people think?
Well, that's what they've been saying.
I'm just making myself difficult to find. If I was a real draft dodger, I'd go to Sweden.
What do you think?
Oh, they're beautiful.
All I want is what I paid for them and a few quid for exits, you know. Cool. Right?
You got it.
Well, I'll look into it. Can't say more than that.
Thank you.
But please refrain from brawling in pubs.
Hello?
Who's that?
Doctor's busy just now.
Is that the police house, Aidensfield?
Yes?
I'm relieved to hear it. Can I speak to PC Rowan?
No, he's out.
I see. Well, who are you?
Mrs. Bannister. I'm next in the queue.
Really? Well, thank you, Mrs. Bannister. Right, I'm off to have a word with PC Rowan.
Shall I go, Sarge?
That won't be necessary. And Ventris, get onto the Home Office and find out what we're supposed to do with American draft dodgers, if anything. And Ventris, put that fag out.
I know what you think, Constable. I made them repairs days ago. I'm always checking fence.
That's new wood, Mr. Lawrence.
We've had weather. And I don't know why you're protecting American. They were going too fast, whatever happened.
More than likely.
Crashes into my fence, smashes it to bits. They were going too fast to brake.
Why were there sheep on the road then?
That's the whole point, isn't it? There weren't. And I want compensation.
You know what I think, Mr. Lawrence? I think those sheep were on the road, and I think your fence was broken already.
Yeah, well, you can't prove it.
Well, don't make me try. You can mend that fence once, you can mend it twice.
Hey, that Yank's a deserter. I ain't gonna do anything about it. Right here.
Hey, what do you think?
Great.
Ah, they're beautiful.
I thought you'd like them.
Come on, Claude, stay for a drink. We'll celebrate.
No, I've got a bit of something on at the moment.
Come on.
No, another time, eh?
I've never seen him refuse a drink before.
Yeah? Well, he thinks he made a killing on the bikes.
Didn't he?
Well, the secret of a good business deal is making sure that everybody goes away happy.
Sarge.
Rowan. Didn't we have a conversation once about using police property for private purposes?
It was an emergency, Sarge. There's nowhere else she could go.
Then you should have told me. How long's this going on for?
Only a couple of weeks, Sarge.
2 weeks?
Yeah, at the most.
You're the American, aren't you?
Yeah, I guess so.
I just saw the motorbike sign.
Ah, yeah, they're beautiful, aren't they?
You get them from Claude, did you?
Yeah, that's right.
They'd be worth a bit, I should think.
Oh, they will be when I fix them up.
Hello? Farlingdale Air Force Security? Yes. I'm ringing because there's a deserter in the area. US citizen in Aidensfield. My name? Of course you can. It's Frederick Arthur Manchester. I served in Korea with the Gloucesters. That's right. Very good. Can you give me the number for the American base at Menwith Hill?
I don't like having subversives in the area and not know about it.
Well, if he is a subversive, Sarge, he's not very subtle about it.
Communist sympathisers aren't very subtle people, Rowan. What's he doing in Aidensfield, any road?
Repairing his bike, I think.
You look terrible. You should be in bed.
Vic, what can I do for you?
I think I've been robbed.
You think you've been robbed? Don't you know?
Well, I had a couple of old motorbikes, and Greengrass told me he wanted them for some army museum, and I let him have them.
And?
And I think he sold them to the Yank.
But you gave them away, so what's the problem?
Well, he told me it was for a charity, an appeal like. Well, either he's made a fat profit out of it for himself, or they're both in it together. Either way, I've been robbed, and I want something done about it.
Right. You better come in.
Dr. Rowan.
Sergeant Blaiston, are you looking for Nick?
I've just seen him at the police house.
Oh, yes.
I must say I was somewhat surprised to find police property being used as a doctor's surgery.
There really wasn't an alternative. I had to see my patient somewhere.
Well, I can understand that, Dr. Rowan.
So what's the problem?
As I've just told your husband, I would like to be kept informed. If you can remember that in future. Carry on.
Yes? Looking for the officer in charge?
How can I help?
Hi. My name's Lieutenant Hadley, U.S. Air Force. We got a call up at the base saying that there was a deserter in the area. A U.S. national? I just thought I'd check it out. Of course, there are no reports from anywhere else about a deserter in the area, but we always investigate any claims of this nature.
Can I ask who told you about him?
Oh, sure. It was a Mr. Manchester. Do you know him?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, right. Well, I guess if there is anything to it, you can handle it. As soon as you're feeling up to it, of course.
Right. Thanks.
Oh, thanks for the tea, ma'am.
You're welcome. Bye.
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 The American Air Force can't just go around looking for people, can they?
Not without us, no.
And Dameron hasn't done anything wrong.
Not as far as we know.
So it's just Fred Manchester stirring up trouble.
I'll have a word with him.
Yeah, but not today, okay?
Is it ready yet?
Yeah, you want to ride?
It took you so long?
I had to change the tire. Somebody put this in it.
You could have done that.
I can think of a few guys.
What do you reckon he'll say?
Who?
Well, Blaketon, of course, about Kate's surgery.
Oh, I remember when he found out that the bobby at Hempsford had been renting the back garden out for sheep.
What was his name?
Oh, Char.
What happened?
Oh, he threatened to report him unless he gave 2 weeks' money to the widows and orphans.
What was his name? Do you reckon he'll do that again?
Oh, it's a bit different. I mean, there's not much woolly about Kate for a start.
Yeah, but you know what he's like.
really bothers me.
What bothers you, Ventris?
His name.
Whose name?
The bobby at Hempsford, Sarge.
You mean Cutler?
That's it, Cutler.
Before you two waste any more police time, I think I should tell you I see no value in gossiping about colleagues behind their backs. And as for PC Rowan's Emergency Ward 10, I think the least said, the better.
Woman out the country, now I find you longing in your soft and fertile dew. And I whisper sighs to satisfy your longing for the warmth and tender shelter of my body. Oh, you're mine, yes, you're mine.
Why not come to Scotland with me?
For the ride, you mean?
Yeah, be a gas.
Nah, I don't think so.
Well, why not?
I'd rather go to London.
So come to London instead.
No,
But you just said you wanted to.
but I don't know you well enough. I know you're a bit better now.
So?
We'd have to wait and see, eh?
Alfred! 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 In. Go on, in.
Greengrass! Greengrass! I know you're there!
Oh, hello, Vic. It's you.
What's the matter with you? Why didn't you answer?
I thought I heard something like you. I were upstairs.
No, you weren't. I saw you go in.
Yeah. What do you want?
I want my bikes back.
Bikes back? I've not got them.
I know you haven't. You've sold them to the Yank, haven't you? You're a liar. You told me they were for an army museum.
Well, they were, but when it came to it, like, they didn't want them.
I don't believe you.
It's the truth. Only the Yank showed an interest, so I thought, I'd not bother bringing them back. I'd pass them on to him.
Aye, I know. And he'll make a fat profit on it and all.
Oh, daft.
You conned me.
It's not a nice thing to say.
I'm not leaving it there, Claude. There's something not right.
It's you in the head.
Thanks.
Can I see you again?
You know where to find me.
Where have you been then?
Riding really fast on Charlie's bike.
Yeah, that's what I was afraid of.
He's asked me to go to London with him.
He's got a nerve.
It's a nice offer.
You hardly know him.
That's what I told him.
Oh, glad to hear it.
I'm thinking about it, though.
You are?
I could go to America, New York. But I'd have to leave you here by yourself. couldn't do that, could I?
Come on then, playboy.
Wow.
What's this, son?
Whoa. You okay, man? No, don't move, don't move.
Hey, Charlie, what's happened?
Tried to run me off the road, man. Well, Claude, can you stay with him while I get an ambulance?
Yeah. Oh, it's you.
Aidensville Police.
Hi, it's Charlie. There's been another accident.
Is it serious?
Yeah, that redneck who picked a fight with me, he came off the road. I called an ambulance.
Whereabouts are you?
A couple miles out. Claude said it's near Strensford.
Right, we'll stay where you are. We'll be right there.
Okay, right.
I'll go and deal with the accident.
No, you can't.
Why not?
I haven't told you where it is yet.
How can you get better if you won't stay in bed?
How can I stay in bed if I don't get the chance?
You coming?
Yeah, they're on their way. How's he doing?
I certainly wouldn't give him the kiss of life. He'll live.
I could have left him, man. You know it was tempting.
Hey, I wanted to have a word about them bikes you bought.
Yeah?
Well, I think there might be a bit of a problem.
What's up?
Well, the chap who sold them to me, you know, he's a bit of an eccentric.
Yeah, so what's the problem, Claude?
Well, for some mad reason, he thinks he's been cheated. He reckons he's going to make a complaint.
How much profit did you make, man?
Profit? I did it to do you a favour.
Oh, come off it, Claude. I paid you a fair price and you were happy. I was happy, so there's no comeback, okay? You got a problem with this guy, you deal with it. It's got nothing to do with me.
Thank you.
There you go. That should be fine for the moment. I think he's broken his arm. Apart from that, he's okay.
Right. This idiot just tried to kill me. He caused this accident.
Crazy, man.
He was driving too fast on that bike of his. Forced me off the road.
This loon ball was all over the place.
You're not going to believe that, are you? I want this man arrested and charged. I'm making a formal complaint.
Man, I'm gonna bust your other arm.
All right. Kate, go with him in the ambulance. And you take yourself to Ashfordley Police Station.
I don't believe this, man.
I'll show you where it is, Charlie, because I'm a witness, you know. It was him and me who saved his life.
I want a word with you.
What about?
Come here. I had a visit from Vic Kennis this morning.
Oh, yeah? You know what a liar he is.
Well, he's not the only one. You were in the catering corps, weren't you, Claude?
Yeah.
Well, as far as I know, the catering corps doesn't have a regimental museum.
We're starting one.
Well, even if they are, they'd hardly want a couple of old motorbikes. Now, the way Vic Kennis is carrying on, people are going to start asking questions.
Look, he gave me the bites fair and square.
Yeah, well, the fairest way to sort this thing out is for you to give him half of what you make.
He can have half a note if he wants.
Otherwise, we'll get Blaketon to sort it out. Then you'll end up with nothing at all. Hey.
And that's it, Sarge. Kate's gone with him to the hospital. We'll get a statement from him later. I think Dameron could stay on at the pub until this thing's sorted. He did report the accident.
Right. Mr. Dameron?
Yeah.
You've been here less than 2 weeks, and in that time we've had a road accident, a brawl in the pub, and a complaint about an improper sale of some motorbikes.
Now look here, Blake.
Shut up, Greengrass! We've had insurance claims and counterclaims over a broken fence, and there's a possibility that you might be a fugitive from your country's justice.
Oh, give me a break.
And, finally, an accusation that you tried to kill someone, but you say that you're innocent.
Yeah, I am.
That's as may be, but in my book, there's no smoke without some kind of fire. Now, you've no fixed abode in the area, so I think a night in jail won't do you any harm till these matters are cleared up.
I don't believe this, man.
You know the trouble doing is because you don't come from around here. That's the trouble.
You can join him if you like, Greengrass. I'd be delighted.
I'll go and sort something out, Charlie.
Thanks, Clyde.
Sarge. You'll be all right at the pub. Yes, stay put so far.
That's my decision, Rowan. Thank you. Ventris, lock him up.
Take it easy, love. They'll let him out in the morning. The man has caused a lot of trouble, you know.
He hasn't. He hasn't done a thing.
He had a fight in my pub, for one thing.
He didn't start it.
Lad should never be in jail.
It does seem a bit harsh.
A bit harsh? It's your firm again, isn't it? It's a miscarriage of justice.
Well, that's what solicitors are for.
You don't have to tell me. That's why I've got one.
And that's what made me think of it. Cheers.
I'll see you in a bit. Shop! Greengrass. What time is it? Time you were awake. This is Mr. Lasky, he's a solicitor.
We're holding my client, I believe, Mr. Charles Dameron.
Yeah?
On what charge?
Charge? I'm not sure.
You've thrown someone into jail and you're not sure why? Is there a charge? Why are you holding him?
If you can hold on, I'll just check with the Sarge.
Yeah. Sergeant Blaketon. You remember my solicitor, Mr. Lasky?
Yes.
As I told your constable, I'm representing Mr. Dameron.
Ah, yeah. Found yourself a lawyer, did you?
Looks like it.
Sergeant, is my client being charged?
I don't know yet.
I see. Well, may I make a suggestion then? Since it's clear that it's unclear whether my client has done anything wrong in the eyes of the law, in fact, it seems to me that his only crime is to be a stranger in town, Mr. Dameron should at least be allowed to return to his hotel pending the end of this investigation. I assume there is an investigation.
Of course there's an investigation.
My client came to the police of his own free will after ensuring that a wounded man received immediate medical attention. As to the issue of the American draft, my client is not a draft dodger, but merely a young man spending some time abroad, as many young people often do. There's no warrant out for him, either here or in the United States.
We were looking into that, too.
I'd hate to have to sue for false arrest.
Shut it, Greengrass.
Constable, what can I do for you?
Can I come in?
Please do. So, what you doing about the Yank?
I had a visit from Lieutenant Hadley yesterday.
Oh, yeah?
Apparently you phoned Fylingdale's Air Force Base and told them there was a deserter in the area.
You're absolutely right, I did. My duty, I think.
Well, I must warn you, sir. You could find yourself being sued for slander.
Slander? You're not serious.
And if there's a subsequent breach of the peace...
You're warning me off, aren't you?
I'm just alerting you to the situation, sir. Now, if we investigate yesterday's accident, and it turns out it was deliberate, that could lead to further inquiries. Like who was responsible for the criminal damage done to Mr. Dameron's motorbike outside the Aidensfield Arms yesterday.
Just shows you money talks, though, doesn't it? I mean, I went and fetched my solicitor, Mr. Lasky. He soon had him out.
Sure did, Clark.
Well, hey, on your way, Charlie.
Yep.
Hey, before you go, I wanted to have a word, because I had to give Vic a bit extra.
Vic.
The chap who let me have the motorbike.
Claude, a deal's a deal, man.
Yeah, I know that,
Claude.
but... All right.
Hey, thanks, buddy. You saved my life. Bye-bye.
Funny lot, these Americans.
I'm gonna miss you and your bike.
So come and see us in London.
I'll come and see you in Rhode Island. Try then.
What would you do if I sang out of tune? Would you stand up and walk out on me? Lend me your ears and I'll sing you a song. I will try not to sing out of key. Yeah. Oh, baby, how you like? All I need is my love.
Is it okay to leave town, or am I going to end up with a posse on my tail?
Nah, you'll be all right. No charges. Everyone's withdrawn their complaints.
Yeah, thanks to the local sheriff. I appreciate it.
Enjoy Scotland.
Now, I'm going to give it a miss. Got 2 new bikes. Claude's sending them down to London by train.
He's putting himself out of it, isn't he?
Yeah, I guess we're all a bit misunderstood.
I wouldn't be so sure. So, back to normal.
Back to bed for you.
That's just what I was thinking. You got anything planned for this afternoon?
Feeling better, are you?
Yeah. I think you could say I've been cured.
Really?
Yeah. Really.
Oh no, it's mums and toddlers.